going to Missouri with 10,000 head. I want you all to know what you're up against. We got 1,000 miles to go. 10 miles a day will be good. 15 will be luck. There'll be no quitting along the way, not by me and not by you.
Don't try and tell me what to think. I'll take your orders about work, but not about what to think.
You think I'm to blame for that?
Just as sure as you're sitting there.
I don't like quitters, especially when they're not good enough to finish what they start. Now go on, speak up. Say it and you can join your friends here. You should have let him kill me, because I'm going to kill you. I'll catch up with you. I don't know when, but I'll catch up. Every time you turn around, expect to see me. There's one time you'll turn around and I'll be there.
George Stevens, creator of such masterpieces as Giant and his Academy Award-winning A Place in the Sun, enlarges the scope of the screen with a motion picture whose monumental background is matched by the stature of its moving human drama. Drama that began when a mysterious stranger rode in from out of nowhere to play a decisive role in the lives of these rugged pioneers.
You can call me Shane.
Shane, who attracted the woman with his quiet strength, who fascinated the boy with the glint of his gun.
We'd all be much better off if there wasn't a single gun left in this valley.
A gun is as good or bad as the man using it.
From the clash of elemental forces, George Stevens has created a motion picture unforgettable for its spectacle and scope, its great human story, its deadly conflict.
I've heard about you.
What have you heard, Shane?
I've heard that you're a low-down Yankee liar.
I mean it. If you won't go with me now, I'll be on that train when it leaves here.
I've got to stay.
A terror-stricken town left him to face 4 killers, single-handed, at high noon. With every swing of the pendulum, with every second, a man's life ticked away. Never have so few moments held such excitement.
Miller! What kind of woman are you? How can you leave him like this? Does the sound of the guns frighten you that much?
From the thrilling pages of life rides a man you must fear and respect. A man whose unconquerable will and boundless determination carved a lusty, rough, and boisterous slice of history called The Searchers. It's John Wayne as Ethan Edwards, who had a rare kind of courage. The courage that simply keeps on and on, far beyond all reasonable endurance, never thinking of himself as martyred, never thinking of himself as brave.
So we'll find him in the end, I promise you. We'll find him.
Here is the story of a man, hard and relentless, tender and passionate, of people who dared to challenge a hostile land. Here is drama of great love and aching loneliness.
I found him. I found Lucy.
What you saw was a buck wearing Lucy's dress. I found Lucy back in the canyon.
What was she?
What do you want me to do? Draw you a picture? Spell it out? Don't ever ask me. As long as you live, don't ever ask me more.
And if you don't hear my first holler, you better read my mind, because I don't aim to raise no two hollers on any subject at hand.
Yes, sir.
Boy, watch that knife.
Go, Martin, please.
Stand aside, Martin.
Oh, you don't, Ethan. Ethan, no, you don't!
Stand aside. Looks like you got yourself surrounded.
Yeah, and I figure on getting myself unsurrounded. Let's go!
Okay, corral. Okay, corral. There the outlaw band make their final stand. Okay, corral.
Burt Lancaster as the famous Wyatt Earp. Kirk Douglas as the notorious Doc Holliday. Two men as different as day and night. Yet fate linked them together through the violent years.
Get going, down the back stairs.
Much obliged, Marshal. I'll see you in Dodge City and thank you properly.
You can thank me properly by staying out of Dodge City.
Rhonda Fleming as Laura Dembo.
All right, go then. Clean up Tombstone. There's 100 tombstones on the frontier, all crying for the great Wyatt Earp. Clean them all up.
Jo Van Fleet as Kate Fisher.
Well, let me tell you something, Doc Holliday. All them fancy clothes and that smart talk of yours don't make you no gentleman. You are dirt, just like me.
John Ireland as Ringo.
I'm not fighting. We'll have a drink then.
Now you'll see them as they really were. Hot-blooded men in a raw and relentless era.
Lawman, Wyatt. Don't throw away a lifetime's work. Where's your logic?
To hell with logic. That's my brother lying there.
Drawn by destiny to this scarlet dawn, October 6, 1888, when the gunfight at the OK Corral left its bloody imprint across the annals of the West.
Hit the dirt! Gunfight at OK
Four men of strength and stature who cast a long shadow across the sun-swept desert. Two men who were born to clash, one driven by his unrelenting fury, the other by his fierce and arrogant pride.
I own the sheriff, I own this town, I own every man in it. You're leaving on the next train, man.
All right, Craig, the last train leaves at 9 o'clock. I'll be on it. But there'll be two men with me. One of them will have a cut on his cheek where my wife lashed him before he raped her and murdered her.
The producer and director of Gunfight at the OK Corral give the screen an even greater drama of raw, gripping, ever-mounting suspense and excitement. Kirk Douglas as Matt, who had every gun in Gun Hill aimed at him.
Just keep away from those guns.
Anthony Quinn as Craig, the king of Gun Hill, fighting to save his son from the man who wanted to hang him.
I got 20 men down here. Now you turn Rick loose.
You know the answer to that.
This is your last chance.
Earl Holliman as Rick, who had the mark of the lash on his cheek, the stain of lust and murder on his soul.
How'd I know she was your wife? It ain't my fault you married some damn squaw.
Carolyn Jones as Linda, caught in the crossfire between two strong men.
Let go of me! Let go!
She took a gun up to Morgan, a shotgun.
I hope he makes it.
Linda?
I really do. I'm praying for it.
Linda!
The clock ticking away their lives like a bomb. As the train whistle wails a warning that death is roaring into Gun Hill right on time.
Get out ahead of me.
Like Rio Bravo, with its thundering story of raw courage against overwhelming odds, and its once-in-a-lifetime combination of today's hottest star names. You've seen nothing like them together, and here at Rio Bravo, nothing can tear them apart.
Not even a thank you do I get.
Maybe you're right, Stumpy.
Huh?
You're a treasure.
Well,
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Well,
Tired, aren't you, John T? I can fix you a nice hot bath.
All I want is a drink.
Then, this is all I can do for you?
I told him you were one of the best.
I'll tell you what I'm a lot better at, Mr. Wheeler. That's minding my own business. No offense, Sheriff.
Where are you going?
get your hands off.
I said, where are you going?
You got no use for a man you can't depend on. One bad night and I'm done for.
Better go easy on that stuff. That makes 3 you had.
Yep. You'd be lying, because that's what I am, a soft-headed idiot. There isn't any other explanation for staying around here and inviting myself into this.
Round the bend, she'll be waiting. For my rifle, pony, and me. For my rifle, my pony, and me.
This has been one of the few peaceful scenes from the picture Rio Bravo, with John Wayne, Dean Martin, and Walter Brennan here. And a new girl, Angie Dickinson.
Tell him about Ricky Nelson.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Come and see us.
This is the untamed wilderness, grandeur that seems untouched by man. And into this mountain fastness comes a man in pursuit of danger. This is the savage, flashing story of this man. The man with the naked spur. James Stewart, fearless frontiersman, with an iron will that thirsts for revenge, and with a passionate heart that is hungry for love, the love of another man's woman.
I wish there was some way to protect you from Howie. He's gonna start on you pretty soon.
Kemp?
Oh, I've seen him with women. He'll look and think, and then he'll reach out and take. And the way things are, who's to stop him?
Me? How do you mean? I'm different.
I mean, you got a man. At least you stick to him.
He's not my man.
Well, you're with him, ain't you?
Not like you mean.
All right, forget
The raw and savage experience of a wild, primitive beauty at the mercy of desperate men. They gambled their lives for what each man desired most. James Stewart, willing to pay any price to create a future that will hide his past. Janet Leigh, willing to defy any man strong enough to win her. Robert Ryan, willing to make any deal to win a woman and escape the law. Ralph Meeker, willing to betray friend or foe for love or money. Millard Mitchell, willing to join any scheme for any payoff.
Quit that! Dead or alive, it says.
Stop him, they won't have a chance.
Chance at what? To kill us all? All right, if that's what you want, I'll give him a chance. There. Now, cut him loose. Cut him loose!
Go ahead. Say it.
Mary, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. And don't you forget I said it to you. But you make one move to get away and I'm gonna kill you.
Yes, sir. But that's just what you'll have to do.
Tom, you're not going to take him back now, are you?
For the first time, I don't really know what I'm gonna do.
Because you know they'll hang him if you do. You know he never touched that girl.
Hold it, Rutledge! Hold it! Ready! Fire!
a soldier in the U.S. Cavalry, who is built like Lookout Mountain, taller than a redwood tree. With his iron fist, he'll drop an ox with just one mighty blow. And you wear all the 20 mule team along the way. Very proud, and a holler and a ring and dang go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Captain Bungalow.
Seems they knew all about your Springfields being single shot.
You mean they had repeaters?
Yeah. Only this time we just might outfox them.
On account of we got 2 Winchesters.
To 7 people, this gun was a magnet, a treasure, a weapon that promised life and dealt out death. For this saga of the West, Universal International has assembled a matchless cast. James Stewart, whose personal feud led to one of the grimmest manhunts ever filmed. Shelley Winters, trigger sharp and dangerous in her own way. Dan Duryea as vicious Waco Johnny Dean, who killed to get the gun. Stephen McNally, brutal, deadly, who wanted the rifle to slaughter men.
Sound like an Indian trader, but with all that smoke in the hills and you with no gun. Why don't you shoot?
The man's right. Give him a gun.
Supposing I don't tell you. Then what?
Where is he? Where is he?
Just in case you...
I know how to use it. I understand about the last one.
There is a lonely train called the 310 to Yuma. The pounding of the wheels is more like a mournful sigh. There's a legend and there's a rumor. When you take the 310 to Yuma, you can see the ghosts of outlaws go riding by, in the sky.
Think you'll ever get back to Bisbee?
Oh, don't look like it.
I ain't complaining. I got something to remember.
Don't move. It's the marshal, Wade. He's got a shotgun on you.
Soon it would be 3:10. The glasses were empty. The guns were loaded. Soon a man, scared but brave, would run an outlaw gauntlet to put a prisoner on the gallows-bound train to Yuma.
Dan!
They're coming. Get the sheriff. Tell him to get as many deputies as he can.
The sheriff's out of town.
What? What do you mean he's out of town?
He took a prisoner to Tucson.
You know, when I was having supper at your house last night, I got to thinking maybe someday I'd like to have a wife. Must be real nice, having a couple of boys like that to ride out with every morning. And then a woman like that every night. I told you before to shut up. Now you say just one more word and I'll cut you down now.
Don't go through with it, dear.
No, I've got to.
Oh, Dan, I don't want a hero. I want you.
You know, I never have been able to give you very much. And sometimes not even enough food for you and the boys. Well, maybe this will be something worth remembering.
What are you saying?
mister.
Gary Cooper, in a role that fits him like a gun fits a holster, as the Man of the West.
We were big. Don't you remember?
I remember.
You were my property. What did you go off and leave me for?
I wanted to strike out on my own.
Things have kind of gone to hell, haven't they? Years ago, nobody could have done what you're trying to do to him now. Not even you. You would have known it in 10 seconds and blown your head off in 20. You're not going to make it, Link. I swear that.
Link! Now undress. Want to see me cut him, huh?
Now stop taking off your clothes!
Gary Cooper as the Man of the West, a man who tried to forget his killer past until an evil old man and a ruthless gang made him remember. It's a rare, extraordinary Western, crackling with the most electrifying scenes you've ever thrilled to.
You know, it's funny, Link. The last 2 days, you've lost everything you've ever lived for. And I found something I wanted all my life. I love touching you.
We're gonna kill you, Link!
The Big Country is the story of the giants who conquered the untamed land, virgin yet violent. The mighty drama of how this continent was won. From the canyons where the red rivers flow, to the prairies where the air is gunsmoke. Power-packed with a huge star cast. Gregory Peck as the stranger who came to the Big Country to tame a sea of sun, sand, and violence. Gene Simmons as the girl who stood proud and alone. Carol Baker of Baby Doll fame as the woman of uncontrollable love hungers. Charlton Heston in his biggest role since the Ten Commandments as the ruthless ranch foreman. Burl Ives as the fierce, proud buccaneer of the plains. Charles Bickford as the unrelenting range baron.
What do you want, Hennessy?
You set foot in Blanco Canyon once more, and this country's gonna run red with blood till there ain't one of us left. Now, I don't hold mine so precious, so if you want to start, here. Start now.
Mr. Leach, I knew exactly where I was all the time.
You're a damn liar.
If it's a fight you're looking for, you picked the right time for it.
Don't you care what people think?
No.
Don't you care what I think?
Do you like to have people think that you're...
Coward, why don't you say it? Are you afraid of the word? I'm not. And I'm not going to spend the rest of my life demonstrating how brave I am.
Do I make you sick? Do I?
Starring James Stewart as Glenn McClintock, Indian fighter, trailblazer, a tower of strength in the wilderness.
Come on, keep moving. Yes,
Arthur Kennedy, whose smile hid the desperation of a hunted man. Julia Adams, who made the mistake of loving two men. Rock Hudson, who gambled with cards and with lives. You're fired.
Anything you take for that food will give you 10 times what it costs if you bring it to the digging.
Hey, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Any man can make a mistake. He can make lots of mistakes. But when he meets a woman and falls in love with her...
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I'll be seeing you, Glenn.
You'll be seeing me. Every time you bed down for the night, you'll look back into the darkness and wonder if I'm there. And some night I will be. You'll be seeing me.
Universal International presents James Stewart and Audie Murphy as the McLean brothers of the wild high country, riding different trails, following different codes.
They're making up a supply train in the yard. I want you to ride it. With $10,000 in your pocket.
That's a pretty big gamble on a man that gave his horse to a thief, isn't it?
Co-starring Dan Duryea as Whitey Harbin, ruthless leader of the Boomtown Plunderers.
I was boss, we wouldn't do it.
You ain't boss.
Diane Foster as the Camptown woman, Charlie Drew.
If you want me, take me away right now. Oh, please, please take me.
Elaine Stewart as Verna Kimball.
Was a time when you were interested in me.
A man likes to know his woman will back him when he's down, and you didn't.
And Brandon DeWilde as Joey, a pawn in a grim struggle.
This what you want to tell me?
Go on, move!
Night Passage, a roaring, lusty drama of Boomtown days, told in the story of two brothers moving toward a deadly rendezvous deep in the mighty gorges of the Great Divide.
So you don't want him in, huh?
No. I didn't buy what he had to sell then. I'm not buying it now.
Funny thing, I want him in.
If I leave here, that boy goes with me.
Joey? Why do you want him?
Maybe for the good of his soul. It's been a long time since you heard that word, hasn't it?
You'll get that money even if you have to kill your own brother.
fits with all the violent elemental passions of a sandstorm. This story of a woman who lived and loved too hard and wanted too much, willing to fight any odds to get it.
Down there I sell whiskey and cards. All you can buy up these stairs is a bullet in the head. Now, which do you want?
Starring Joan Crawford, the screen's most dynamic artist. Sterling Hayden as Johnny Guitar. Mercedes McCambridge, burning with jealousy. And Scott Brady is the dancing kid.
All my life, all I ever had to do was touch a woman. She melts like butter.
How many men have you forgotten?
As many women as you remember. What took you so long?
No two men have ever loved so dangerously.
Look at him. Fingers just itching on the trigger. I can't wait to shoot me.
No two women ever hated so viciously.
I'm going to kill you. If I don't kill you first.
Johnny Guitar. It's destined to be one of the year's most acclaimed pictures. Starring Joan Crawford, Sterling Hayden, Mercedes McCambridge, and Scott Brady, with Ward Bond, John Carradine, and Ben Cooper. Daringly dramatic, thrillingly exciting. In gorgeous true color by Consolidated.
Get it over with, Pete.
What do you say, Mr. McIvers?
Maybe we ought to what?
Nothing.
All right.
I can't. Not a woman.
I'll give $100.
You'll have to do it yourself, Emma.
Ladies and gentlemen, when the screen makes a bold and startling departure from the conventional, I feel that we in motion pictures should do everything in our power to bring it to your attention. I've just seen Gregory Peck in The Gunfighter, a picture and a character utterly unlike anything ever brought to the screen. He's a man of violence and tenderness, a man of tremendous strength and deep passion, and above all, a man who will leave an unforgettable mark on your memory.
He's a killer. He ought to be run out of town.
He's the gunfighter.
He hasn't a friend in the world.
He's the gunfighter.
He only wants to be left alone. Why don't they give him a break?
He's the gunfighter.
How come I gotta run into a squirt like you nearly every place I go these days? What are you trying to do? Show off in front of your friends?
Are you ready to back up that remark or not?
Eddie don't mean no real harm, Mr. Ringo.
If Eddie don't mean no harm, then let him keep his big ugly nose out of my business before it gets slapped. Fine life, ain't it? Just trying to stay alive. Not really living, not enjoying anything, not getting anywhere. Just trying to keep from getting killed.
Every man has a flaming star over his shoulder. And when a man
him. Arguing and stalling, all the time Ma's dying, keeping us there more than an hour. It was just 5 minutes before we got here that she died. If we'd have gotten here just a little sooner, she may be alive now. You know it's his fault.
Put that knife down.
Get out of the way. She was worth 1,000 of them, and they let her die.
Elvis Presley as Pacer, who became a legend in the West.
Hello, don't stay single and save a dollar.
Torn between two loyalties, two loves, and fighting to save them both.
Not being my friend, you will be my enemy. And this house and all in it will die.
But they wouldn't hurt us, Pacer. They're our own people.
No, Ma. They ain't my people. To tell the truth, I don't know who's my people.
With Steve Forrest as Clint, Pacer's brother who battled courageously at his side. Barbara Eden, the beauty who fired the conflict in Pacer's soul.
You were the worst. You made me feel it the worst.
And Dolores Del Rio and John McIntyre as the mother and father caught in the middle of a savage, relentless struggle.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a real bad war. Everybody in this whole part of Texas is going to be in it sooner or later.
It was a time of vengeance, of the land being challenged by white man and red. It was a time for Pacer to choose, and whichever path he took, he had to hurt someone he loved.
Get up, you tub of guts. I mean that everything I told you last night was a lie. All lies.
You lie?
It ain't gonna help much to say it. I shamed you. I wish to God I hadn't.
You only shame yourself.
You might be a one-eyed jack around here, Dad. But I seen the other side of your face. I am going to get a trial, ain't I, Dad?
Sure, kid. You'll get a fair trial.
you think that to kill him will make you a man?
I don't know about that.
Won't you try to forget this?
Forget it? Not as long as I breathe.
You know, maybe the boys all petered out from playing on the beach with that little jumping beat.
That's right, Bobby. Sure, share with us. Get up, you scum-sucking pig. You mention her once more, and I'm gonna tear your arms out.
Flame and fury of the frontier, the Old West lives again as only John Ford can recreate it. Peopled with wonderful characters who have become legend in their own time. Of them all, two are the most memorable. Liberty Valance and the man who shot him.
That's my steak, Valance.
You heard him, dude. Pick it up.
I said you, Liberty. You pick it up.
And the man who shot him was justifiably destined to become a hero. Yet, strangely enough, only one of these people could be sure he knew the identity of the man who shot Liberty Valance.
Now, you stay out of this, Donovan. He's been hiding behind your gun long enough. You got a choice, dishwasher. Either you get out of town, or tonight you'll be out in that street alone. You all heard him say he had a gun in his hand, didn't you?
I didn't say that.
That ain't murder, Mr. Marshall. That's a clean-cut case of self-defense. Now get out of my way. This time, right between the eyes.